first hand, and we are 3-betting the big blind. Hey, it's a winner. Coming back at 23-19, had a tournament win a couple days ago. If you guys didn't see it, it's up on YouTube. Came in 9th, left in 1st. Pretty much did the everything right. Got one double up and then basically just stole my way through to the chip lead. Wasn't really much at risk. So it's a really good watch. It's kind of a clinic. You might want to check it out. Tested negative for COVID today. Feeling better since taste is coming back. Feeling a lot better, just a little congested, a little bit of coughing, but nothing too bad. So I'm going to try to play some cash. I was going to get in a tournament, but I'm probably going to need a nap at some point, so fuck that. So we've got 50, 20, and 10. Biggest on top.
The past two nights.
And, yeah.
Actually slept in. But for like 4 days before that, it was up to 6.
I'm just going to go ahead and bet here. Sometimes we're getting trapped. It's pretty smart to check the ace. I am going to call because I'm not 100% sure on this yet. It's very likely we're beat, but the bigger bet should come now. There it is. That's fine. Short stack. I don't mind calling there because if I pick up a 5 or a 4 and they check, we can definitely get to a good showdown. Plus, it's good to do that against shorter stacks, advertising budget, that kind of thing. But there's one more 50 NL 9 max. Let's see, we're going to bet a little bit bigger here. And there's a whole bunch of 50 NL 6 max, but the problem is the tables don't look that good. Not that they're not beatable, but the lists are super long. I can't really seem to get a seat. I'm on a couple lists. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that's the other 9 max. Look at that. I was not expecting that. Just going to give up the ace-jack. A little tight, but that's fine. It's a 6 max. We'll get plenty of opportunities, and I don't know this player yet. And non-reloading short stack, we got to imagine he's tighter than average. So, get up there. There we go. And I'm just going to bet a little bit here. Check this one.
I still don't understand how that's not, like, embarrassing.
It's fine, you can have that. Check. Nope, got a lot of good blockers. Could definitely pull off a bluff, but this should only be an ace or a 4. So we'd have to go super duper big, and the pot doesn't really justify that. So let me see. I'm looking over the 6 max. I'm trying to find the best spots. Yeah, there's only a couple of good 6 max 50s, so I'm not that concerned with it. There's a lot of 6 max 20s, and I'm on all those lists. But we'll try to play 7. 250, 220, 3 10s on average.
Oh. That happened like 3 times too. That happened like 3 times. Where I was like, what the But then, like, yeah, because, like, happened after that, so.
Q had COVID too. She's doing good. She tested negative before I did.
And when I think about that
We're both still kind of a little fatigued, but it's more like a cold now. What does this say if I change that setting?
You dozed off too, though. Right before your cousin called, you dozed off. That's your phone. You were holding your phone, and your phone just started.
It doesn't change anything.
And I woke up and I saw it, and I was like,
oh, I guess that's because I'm at the highest level. Alright, that's fine. I hate that their bonus bar doesn't update right away. Because I opened the thing and it processed my... I played a bunch of tournaments yesterday. I played 3 tournaments off stream. Nothing really special happened. I played the $20 freeze out that I won the day before. Didn't really get much going. Kind of came down to a standard race, about 20 off the cash. 9s versus ace queen, and the ace queen got there. So my man is raising a little bit more often than I would like, especially with this player limping the short stack. I don't know how much I like calling here. Yep, that's what I'm thinking. Aces, holy shit. And I would have been in some trouble here. Well, limp jammed with 9s. Not what you want to do. Short stack. I'm just going to call. Could definitely... See, I was going to do that, but this guy's so short. We're getting priced in now. It's fucking annoying. This guy seriously, yeah, he's going to go all in, right? He's going to jam on you every time. Queens, king, queen, he gets there. Well... See, now if I had 3-bet, I think we'd get 4-bet, and we might actually win this one because we might see a bet on the flop and then a call. It's possible to get there, but it's not very likely. I'd probably have to fold on the flop if he goes apeshit.
Right? And husband just tested negative 282.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, yeah, it's just another version of the flu, so it's a really bad version, but it ain't going nowhere.
Alright, we got another 20 and L.
It's old news.
My man loves to be involved in pots with me. And I'm going to bet small here. I'm going to act like I'm protecting. Did I just get fucking raised? Right, well, he's got me on equity. I don't think I'm...
They still have reports of it. They're just not on the mainstream media. But you can still find it. Yeah, no, you can, because Josh stays on top of it, like, because there's reports and stuff that come out.
Oh, this guy just folded. Didn't even let me see that.
So he has, like, his sources that he goes to and find that information.
See this? This is the flop.
It's fine.
This guy limp, called a raise, and then just folded dead. I mean, it's a good guess that I'd have an ace. Kings. Called by Ryan. I don't mind that. Ace on the flop. We're going to go ahead and check. It's kind of hard to be good here. We are going to call one. Should slow him down unless he's... The problem is he's an utter bluff-tard, so I don't want to give up. I probably should have led the flop. But I'll get it all. It's just kind of annoying. It's just annoying for now. I've played with him on my left. Always get him. Check this one. Got another 10 and 0. A full pot bet and a call. I think because of backdoor straight and flush draws, we really can't consider folding. The flush coming in is bad. Because this player is going to jam quite often, and if the other guy folds, we have to call. Alright, when he calls, we can fold. 10-10 and a flush, yeah. Yeah. 9 of spades would have been nice on the turn. Well, thank you. Not bad. Let's bet like it's an overpair. Take it down. Don't mind that at all. I think this is fine for now. I'm not really going to look for anything else, I don't think. I mean, I'm keeping an eye on the 5 or 6 max 50s, but there's nothing exceptional that I'm looking at. I might as well take the other 10 and L. It's underplay. That's a good one to underplay when you're going to flop that. Check raise. Well, not likely for either of us to have a flush, but maybe he'll bet the river with ace-jack. King-queen. I think I got the max. Good instinct to check, too. Can't believe he called that. I mean, his bet was bullshit, but my bet... I mean, he has the nut nothing, but... It seems kind of automatic. Look at this, flop trips again. And then he calls the turn. Eh, he didn't bluff the river. Smart man. Well, that's a full house.
Something's going on out there.
Oh, I hear kids.
No, it's the crazy lady from upstairs.
Well, we may get a commercial interruption for crazy bitch upstairs. Well, this is dumb. This table just die? There are a ton of 20L 6 max. I don't need to sit there playing three-handed. So that's kind of ridiculous. Hey, there's another one right now. Ba, ba, ba. Okay. Checky. Nope. Aces. Hey, thanks to boss. We get to set it off. That's a lot of kings. I think we just check. I don't really see much value in betting. Pick up the spade draw on the turn. Straight does come in. We're going to go ahead and bet. And I'm going to check river just to kind of be careful. Don't think I'm folding though. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, let's bet half pot on the turn here. It's not likely for him to have queen jack or king 10, so nothing really he can raise with. I mean, he could have ace 10, I guess, more likely than king 10, but let's go ahead and 3-bet. Check here. Let's raise this one. Okay, so this fucking idiot calls, of course. Poker Girl leads. A lot of times that's 2 pair, but that's a big lead for 2 pair. We'll try to get a little value. You can have ace 8, ace 9, things like that. You can also have straights that just want to smash me. Wow, 6-4 just got counterfeited. Heh. Leading the ace 10, not smart, because you were never going to stop me from betting a better hand. Let's go ahead and c-bet. Half pots, just like an overpair. One overcard with 9s, doesn't really matter. Ace is the next hand. Let's go. Let's see if they work out better this time. Why is this table taking so long? Flops a set. I'm going to go ahead and bet super small. Because this player does kind of weird things. Continue betting small. I don't want one to go by. Just going to bet half pot here, just like I did last one. We just jam. We should be up against other sets quite often for this to work. Also overpairs jacks sometimes. Just realizing now how much of the money went in. That club may have hurt me on the river, but I don't think they had... typically they don't have an overpair. They may have the case 10. That's kind of weird. I'll let that go. I mean, if these people are going to keep doing this, I'm going to keep doing what I do. This is why you don't live or limp. See, look, this is why I... Look at this, I would have won it. 3's full. That's hilarious. I mean, neither one of them did anything wrong. It's interesting that the player just called with the kings. And we're just going to do the same maneuver. If this player has outflopped me, that's just too bad. They have not. Keep checking here. We're going to charge flush draws. Yeah, she goes away. You got to bet twice on her. I think I win this one with the ace-6. Just going to check that. I'm not going to bother with the bluff. And ace-king. No, thank you. A lot of limping I forgot in the daytime. That's a weirdly large bet and call. 10, yeah. The 10 makes sense. Let's go ahead and bet. I just would just check this down and win, right? Ah, ace 9, that's hilarious. I mean, the player can have king queen, but we're absolutely charging heart draws. I really don't think we're ever folding if they jam. Could have 3-bet that, but run worse just took a beat, so I don't think we need to poke the bear. Hey, we're up like 20 bucks. Deuces. Aces again. Look at that deuce. Let's just bet half pot. Aces again. We're getting all the aces. I'm going to size up on this guy. Nope. Let's just rip on cheddar. I don't think he folds ace king or queens or kings. Might even call off a jacks here. Ace king. No good, brother. I grant you I got aces a lot so far. But got him again. What are you gonna do? Do I live in Vegas? Yes, I do. Well, about 6 minutes from Vegas. Called a town called Henderson, just south of Vegas. It takes me 8 minutes to get to the Las Vegas Strip if I were to go. That's 7 on the turn's kind of brutal. He can have ace high here a lot, but he should go for a bigger bet. I am going to raise river. Yeah, he wanted to. This is one of those ones where he just wanted to see the whole board, so we let him see the whole board. I had probably as much equity as him, and then making the raise is fine. We can call that. Check. He's going to put me off and on a club draw, so we're going to keep betting. And we're going to check the river. Can he have king queen? Yeah, he can, and that's what you would do with king queen. He's been here 30 minutes. That's tough too, because he can have queens, he can have. It's an overbet. The jack's really bad. I'd honestly be more prone to call if a queen came off. The jack's really bad. I probably should have raised a turn. Yeah, maybe not. No, thank you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Appreciate you guys being here. Ooh, pocket tenors. So, our buddy does his little lead thing again. We're going to go ahead and raise. Having 2 10s is nice because it takes away the combos of queen 10 that we're up against. And it should be more draws than anything going on. And we're going to size up. I think we have to check. Yeah, we just win way too often here to need to bet. Do I want to stay on this table? I think I want to play one more round. Because I want to see what Poker Girl did. Yeah, she was on the diamond draw. Reasonable. We're going to go ahead and bet. Player calls. We're going to check back the ace. I like doing this sometimes. Sometimes I'll just bet straight through, but not always. This is probably like a 30% thing I do. And he bets fairly large. He can definitely have strong hands, but he's going to have a lot more draws than anything. Unless he has a set, it's kind of hard for him to have an ace. Oh, two pair. I was going to say an ace that didn't already hit this board, but he should be betting that then. I don't know why. I don't know why he checked the river there. That just shows you how people just don't know where they're at. Do I have any tips for first-time Vegas visitor? Yeah, just the best tip that I used to always give when I drove Uber. Uber everywhere. The town is much bigger than it looks. The amount of times I would get a call from somebody and I would have to call them and be like, hey, I can't pick you up there. And they would be like begging me into the phone, please, please, we're whatever. And I would tell them where they could closely get picked up legally. And I'd go there and wait for them. And they would just be just out of breath and just dying and all like that. And then it's like, Jesus, what happened to you? And it's like, oh, we've been walking towards the Venetian for 45 minutes. It's not getting any fucking closer. It's like the buildings aren't close. They're big. So they look like they're closer than they are. So take Ubers everywhere. It's cooler this time of year. That won't bust your balls too much. But it's still a lot of walking. It's, I think I saw a thing that said that you average 8 miles a day when you visit Disney World in Florida. And it's more here for a tourist. I forget what it was. It's something like 11 or 12 for your average tourist in Vegas. But yeah, that, and don't spend your money on dumb shit. Ask your Uber drivers if they know where there's any deals, because we all got kickbacks, but we also knew where the best shit was and how to get the best tickets for whatever and stuff like that. Probably best dispensary is that you're going to end up at is probably Relief or Pesos. I like Pesos, but as a driver I like Pesos. As a customer I liked well, they were both about the same, but Relief was pretty awesome as a customer. They always gave up free shit and had fun little promotions that they would always do. What else? If you're coming to play poker, I would say stick to the fun strip casinos, because believe it or not, there's quite a few guys that play for a living out here at even playing 1-2. This is funny. This guy min-raised, I re-raised him, and then he led. And he's just blamming into this. I mean, what the fuck? This is fucking insane. Like, why would you bet into me this hard when I 3-bet? God damn. I mean, I guess I can never check, right? I can just never check during the day? Is that the thing? Think you can only afford a short stay 5 days? That's not so short. That's a good amount of time. Oh, the 2 travel days don't count. Yeah. Although it is a town where you can find something to do at any hour of the night, which is nice. But yeah, I think you got the right idea in mind. You're not going to go too crazy. But yeah, I would stick to like the fun casinos for if you're going to play poker. Like, oh yeah, I got them. Like, Excalibur, MGM. Caesars is fun, but there's a lot of serious guys there. Stuff like that. Chinatown. That's a good tip. Chinatown. Go to fucking Chinatown to eat your fucking meals. It's going to be the best food, and it's going to be the least expensive. I can't believe I didn't get raised here. This guy should only have 2 pairs plus. Ace 9. Wow, he really doesn't believe me if he's paying that off. Jesus Christ. That's annoying. Should I 4-bet this? No, I'm just going to call it. I could 4-bet that, but not 100% sure where the player's coming from. I mean, my image should show me that I don't bet unless I have something, so this bluff is kind of nice. I mean, he can definitely have pairs, but I don't know how good you feel about here having tens. King on the river. Well, if he checks, I'm going to go for it. Thank you, sir. Pocket jack's no good. I mean, he just... he fucking butchered that hand. He might have had the same hand. He might have had the same hand as me, ace queen. Yeah, but he fucking just butchered that shit. $23.63 now. Oh, my newest best advice for Vegas is I would wear a mask if I were you. It's definitely a town where you can catch COVID. Nicest poker room is probably either the Wynn or the Bellagio. Bellagio's always been, a favorite. I think if you want the easiest money, you go to the South Point, but you're not going to have as much fun. Don't think we're folding. Three-way pot's a little different here. I don't think we're going to get to pull off as much shenanigans. That's a good size bet. That's a nice bet. I mean, this guy's kind of shown himself to be reckless, but then again, he hasn't been here that long, so he might just be getting big pairs. So if he had bet smaller, I probably would have floated him. But that's smart, because it looks like he's committed right there, and he's going to be jamming all turns. Like, this bet's very specific. So 22.90 goes in the middle. That makes it 31 and change, so that's enough to get his stack in on the turn very easily. So it's just going to take one hand against him, top pair, top kicker, or like a set or something, and he'll just blast it. Which, what he's doing is going to work until it doesn't work. I've seen guys like this, and they kind of shoot themselves in the foot. I'm betting basically to block. If he has a pair, he's not going to fold, but nobody bets a queen on that flop at 10 and L, so we just float and then take it away on the river. I'm in the blind, so I can have anything. I don't know. I'm just trying to get him off ace high here. Yeah, I generally look weak to these guys just because of the folds I'm making, but they don't know how many hands I'm playing that aren't anything. So I raised pre-flop. This guy called, or these guys both called. This guy leads super small. I call. I'm the most likely to have ace-king. This player, though, does not 3-bet the big hands pre-flop, so we're kind of hoping for a full house here. King-queen is also out there. I think we just check. I'm going to try to blocker bet. If I get raised, I'm obviously folding. I mean, this is king-queen a lot, but I win versus like jack-10, jack-9. Ace-10? Wow, bro. You are an optimist. And then he left. And here I thought I was done with the damn mask. No, bro. You're seeing me literally less than 24. Well, I just tested negative today, but I was sick for like 6 days. I still don't have all my taste and smell back yet. It's much better. I had nothing going on like a day and a half ago. But yeah, man, me and the wife just got fucking Omicron. It is definitely not something you want to be done with out here. I'm going to be honest with you. You're not going to see masks, but you didn't really see them as much as you should have when it was being talked about. And then, you know, tourism is the business out here, so things stay quiet. But it's definitely a real thing. Check our hospital occupancy. You'll see. Still not good. I know quite a few nurses, and they are very unhappy right now. This is a little too much gamble. I'm just going to let it go. Yeah, I'd like to play some 1-2. Maybe those deep stack tourneys at the WSOP. WSOP's not going on right now, bro. Oh, you mean online? Yeah. There's some good ones online. Don't forget, you can also play on this while you're here. I mean, I know you're not coming to Vegas to play online, but, you know, on your travel days, maybe you can play online. Come play with me. But you're coming out to play, you know, quote-unquote real poker. But, what was I saying? Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to just go ahead and lead this. Because this wasn't a raise, so there's really no point in checking. Like, if he had raised, I could check it and play in flow, but there is no flow. But yeah, there's tons of 1-2 all over the place. Oh, get the Bravo app. Bravo Poker. Put that on your phone. You can actually bring it up, and it'll show you. You can do it from where you're at now. You can pick the location of Las Vegas or Nevada. I forget if you have to choose the state or the county or the city. But you can see every game that's going on, how many people are on the list, what games they have, currently going 24 hours a day at every casino. Every casino has the Bravo app. So use that. And it's also nice, too, because then when you click on that casino, and you're like, oh, Caesars has this many games, and then you click on them, and you're like, hey, you can call from your room and be like, hey, can you put me on the list? So then you get there, and once you check in, that'll preserve your spot. So if you were 10th on the list and you walked there and you were now 3rd, as long as you go up to the poker room and just say, hey, I called in for my seat, then they'll be like, oh, okay, cool, you're 3rd. If you don't do that, they're never going to call you. So you have to check in. Because everybody calls down to fucking get on. And half the people don't show up. Plus, it'll show you the information for every poker room for like what tournaments they have and what time of day, what special promotions, stuff like that. So yeah, get the Bravo app. That's a pretty good flop.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna raise them here.
I don't remember really what Courtney looked like. So. This is named Courtney.
They used to have $50 tourneys pre-COVID where I go. Now everything is over $150. Yeah. You'll still find a lot of really good low buy-in tournaments. Like every MGM, I believe, has one. I know South Point has one. They're usually like $60 tournaments. And there'll be 2 or 3 of them that'll go off every day. MGM, Excalibur used to have one. Luxor used to have one. I haven't been there in a while. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of places that hold those. And the Bravo app will teach you about that. You can literally just at any time look at it. Why wouldn't the South Point be fun? Because it's a lot of locals. And you're not really trying to... This is tempting. Well, I mean, I also have the 7, right? So, because it's a lot of locals, it's going to be a lot of, needy, older crowd and all like that. So, I would say if you want to make money, go there. But if you want to have fun with people who are actually going to, like, give action and all like that, like, for me, the South Point was a great home base because it was easy to beat, when I was playing live. Because, I mean, their tournaments are super soft. The players don't understand the concept. These guys have been playing the same way for 20 years, and they don't get it. And it's like, if you can dumb down your theoretical play to what you would have done 10 years ago, then you can just put yourself in that mindset and pretty much kill the games. But understand that your raises pre-flop have to be super huge. That's pretty much true for every live game, especially 1-2. Like, if it's a 1-2 game and you make it 6, you're going to get 5 callers. But I would decide on a standard. Like, personally, I go 10, and I would just always make that my open. Now, obviously, if somebody limps ahead of you, you have to adjust that up. But you're better off being the guy who's opening too big than the guy who's opening too small. Might win this one if we get checked down. Yeah. I was thinking about calling a bet if Hookster had bet. But, you're coming out to Vegas to have fun. I think you're probably going to have your most fun at, like, honestly, MGM, Excalibur, Luxor, Mandalay Bay. For poker, those are going to be your best. The Orleans is great. That's more of a locals place, but it's fun too. Where else? What about North Strip? I don't even know if Mirage still has a poker room. But like I said, you can check it out on the Bravo app. On the Strip, I really liked MGM. Planet Hollywood. They were fun. Check the Bravo, yeah. Plus, it'll show you about like what promotions are going on. Like sometimes you don't, like I've been at places where I think I was playing at, was that Mandalay Bay? I forget. But I sat down and like my second or third hand, I got quads and the guy didn't pay me. And I looked at the dealer and I was like, is there any kind of promotion you guys got going on? And the guy goes, well, if you get quads, you get whatever amount of money. And I go, oh, cool. So I just jammed the quads. I just showed the quads at that point. And he was like, oh, shit, good thing you asked. It was like, because if I didn't show it, I would, you can't get it. I'm going to check here. I'm just going to let him go for it. If he's got a queen, it's too bad. God damn it, he has queens. I almost jammed on this guy pre-flop. And then he checks it when he's obviously best. That's hilarious. I really thought about jamming it pre-flop because he was so fucking short. That's so fucking annoying. Fucking idiot. Alright, everybody's super short. I'm probably behind, but suited. Sometimes he's got jacks. It's so funny. I was just thinking sometimes he has jacks. That's so funny. I'm glad you lost, because if you're gonna fucking 3-bet with jacks and you see the hesitation, he didn't even fucking he like totally hesitated. He 3-bet and then got 4-bet jammed on out of first, and with like 30 blinds behind thought about folding. But meanwhile, he's never folded jacks pre-flop in his fucking life. I was just thinking, why don't I have another 6 max 20 and all? And then one popped up. Nice. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna go ahead and bet at it. He's not gonna have a queen very often, or something he can call me with very often. But when he does, we can check turn and get him to bluff, or get somebody to bluff. And we just check the turn when the ace comes off. Sometimes, occasionally, king 10's out there. But I think we just do this nonsense. He actually had king 10 and he didn't fucking get value. What a joke. What a fucking joke. Maybe I can meet my future wife there. I mean, you can. It's possible. Please note, called king 10 offsuit on the button versus a first position opener and a second position caller. Makes his best card in the turn, doesn't bet. Because he's afraid of me having aces or ace queen. But the funny part is, if I had bet through the turn and river, he would have absolutely called it. That's rough. I probably should have raised it pre. Yeah, that's rough. Ryan fucking 3-bets again. I'm gonna fucking throw up. Got the ace. I mean, this is the guy who likes to blast off, so we kind of really want to keep the pot small if we can. Otherwise, I'd be 3-betting. So, hopefully other players recognize that and don't fucking 3-bet. God damn it. I'm gonna bet small. Double gutty. Nailed it. Look at that. Oh, we got him, baby. Could have checked it, but I think it's just as sus. Sitting at 23.40. Still up a couple bucks. It's a pretty good flop. Huh. Well, we're definitely going to bet big like we're protecting. This is kind of interesting. Really? Jacks. I knew I should have bet. Ugh, not another jack. Well, I guess we just check because there's no point, right? So it's aces or any jack. Yeah, he's got quads. 3-bet the ace-jack offsuit out of the big blind. Nothing we can do there. Can't lose any less on that one. Thinking about switching to zone. I don't have enough time to play regular tables for a meaningful amount of hands. Probably drop back down to 5-0 since 25 is the next lowest. Sell yourself short, man. And here's the other thing. You could play zone as your main feature, and then you could have other tables on the side and just get in the hands that you can get. You know what I mean? That's the great thing about it, is that there's no restriction on how long you play or how many hands you play. I've had it happen where I've played 15 minutes on regular tables because I just wanted to play. You know what I mean? Like, just to kill, time. And if you really start looking at it as every session it's not individual, it's one long session of your life, then if you only played like 20 or 30 hands, it's not insignificant. It's like it just puts more volume on the pile. So I get what you're saying, and if you wanted to increase volume, zone is a good idea. I'm going to leave that. But at the end of the day, playing more hands is playing more hands. You know what I'm saying? But I always tell people, like, the best thing to do is just play what you're most drawn to at the moment. Like, if you're drawn to tournaments or cash or a certain form of cash or, whatever. If you're most motivated to play that, that's what you're going to do best at. Started having better success in both cash and tournaments when I started playing cash and tournaments. I used to be just primarily tournament player. Now I'm primarily a cash player out of necessity, but I do love tournaments. And hadn't played one in like 3 months. And the other day played first tournament and won one right out of the gate. I guess we just check and lose to ace-king a lot here, or king-queen. He can even have hands like jacks, honestly. Like, there's just no point in betting here. Occasionally we chop, but this is the most obvious. Like, there's literally no way for me to... I'm just glad I got to see the whole board. We can have the same hand quite a bit. Ace-queen. But it's whatever. Pair and a flush draw. Two pair. Plus you don't have to think about things in such concrete terms. You don't have to be like, okay, I'm switching to zone because of this, blah, blah. You just be like, oh, I want to play a bunch of hands. I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to play some zone. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a zone player. You don't have to be a tournament player. You know what I'm saying? You can just be a poker player. Just play whatever you fucking want. Keep your perception pliable. Don't be so rigid. Hey, Beatrix. All that's good advice, but it's all very hard to stick to. Like, when you're down, it's hard to not try to, win it back. But it should just be like, okay, this is another part of a long session of my life. I'm going to check. I was going to keep betting, but I want to see what happens here. I could still be beat, but I didn't feel like going 3 streets. I didn't think I'd get it, but I guess he just had a draw. Heh. You win. Stop calling out of the blinds. Oh, I would stick to your same buy-in level. Or whatever, like I wouldn't go back to 5 because personally I think $5 zone is a little bit small to be consistent. So I would play 25 if I were you. That'll probably keep you more in line. You know what I mean? Keep you playing smart rather than just, click, click, click. I don't really think I don't have the removal to bet here. It's just not a good idea. I mean, obviously, if I had some kind of draw or some kind of removal cards, paint cards. Like that, having the open ender on the paired board. Played 7 hands yesterday, but I would play 5NL zone as many game and 25NL reg I have at the same time. Oh, yeah, well, there you go. So there you go. You can get your volume up playing zone and, look for your scores. I've been kind of doing that for the past couple days. Like, I was playing just like 2 tournaments at once, usually. Yesterday it was the $20 freeze out. I won for the other day. And a satellite. And I ended up satelliting my way into the $50 buy-in for 15, which was nice. And like I said, that just came down to a race. Glad I played it the way I did. Oh, look at that. I thought that was pocket 3s for a second. Or pocket deuces, I guess it would have been. Not that that's a powerhouse, but it would have been nice to have something. It's a little early. But it's not the worst. Well, we can actually bet that. That's what I was going to do anyway. It's just nice to have a 9. I've been adopting the mindset of and been playing more in the private club again. Okay. Hang on, sorry. Just got a little backed up here. Been running it up, so I'm actually going to take a shot at 50 and L. Nice. Do you know what your stop loss is? Like how many buy-ins are you going to take a shot at it? Because the only thing I don't advise is taking a buy-in or taking a shot with one buy-in, because you're never going to play right. I think if you're going to take a shot, you got to have 3 buy-ins. You don't have to be playing 3 tables at once, but say, okay, if it's 50 and L, is say, all right, my stop loss hard number is down 150. You know, not that you have to lose that to stop. You can be, you could be down $10 after like 3 hours, be like, this fucking sucks, and just quit because the game's no good. You know what I mean? But I just like integrating them with my other tables when I take shots. But, you know what I mean? I guess I can raise this or check it. I like that. I don't know what Samurai is about. That's a great card. I'm not going to get a queen to fold. But I don't think anybody has much of anything. But it's nice to have the ace of hearts in my hand. Kind of the same here. I'm going to check. Yeah, it should be good a lot, right? You should have like King Jack a ton, Beatrix. Hey, what'd I say? You had King Jack. How about that? Should be good here a bunch. Daytime. Nobody bluffing but me. I'm at 23.45. 25 NL zone would make me clench a bit. All right. But, I mean, here's the thing. You're talking about taking a shot at 50 and L. I mean, you're going to play the same game, right? Maybe a little bit tighter playing zone. I would think, personally. I mean, it's just me, but you're playing for less. Playing 25 and L zone. And, like, how much bankroll do you need to play 25 and L zone versus how much do you need to take a shot at 50 and L? You know, it allows you to take a fucking 4 buy-in shot at 25 and L zone. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, that's just me. Ace right in the fucking door. Just fucking numbnut. Plus, I mean, I get you don't want to be, you know, uncomfortable, but I play my best poker when I'm aware that I can lose. You know what I mean? My problem was winner's tilt for a long time. There's a difference between confidence and overconfidence, you know? So, like, if I was crushing or whatever like that, eventually I'd be, like, trying to win every hand and piss away a bunch of money and stuff like that. But when I'm well aware that I could be beat for amounts of money that are significant to me, I'll play much better. You know? Plus, get a rush, man. It's good to have your heart pound. I always think of Phil Ivey when they asked him how high he can play, and they were interviewing a bunch of poker players, and one of them, you know, a bunch of them had like really great answers. They were like, well, you know, this percentage of my bankroll, blah blah blah, if the game is okay or whatever, but I'll take bigger shots if, you know, if I think I've really got it matched or, you know, whatever. And then, you know, and all these, great answers that you would think about. Then they got to Tom Dwan. This is at the time, you know, 10 years ago. And he was like, well, I do like to play a little bit higher than, you know, a lot of people, but, you know, nothing too crazy. This is fucking, what is this? Okay. Yeah, I know you. And he goes, you know, nothing too crazy or whatever like that. They interviewed Phil Ivey last, and they go, how high do you want to play? And he goes, I want to play so high I can't breathe. He's like, I want my heart to pound. I want to feel like I'm dying. And he's just like, it's so fucking great. He's just like, and it's like, and everybody concedes he's the best. Everybody concedes Phil Ivey's the best, right? So there must be something to that, you know, to making the money count, you know, for it to be worth something. There must be something to that. It's such a great. I should find that clip. I want to make it into a trigger. I want to play so high I can't breathe. Like he just looks right at the camera and it's so great. I wonder if I can find that clip. Well, for 50 NL, I have 3 shot buy-ins in the club. I had $40 left in there, and I combined my bankroll to play it for ran it up to 150 in 2 days. Nice. That's pretty good, though. I'm going to go ahead and blocker bet this. I'm going to lose a lot, but I don't want to get bluffed. I'll just take it down. I don't like to 3-bet the suited ones because they have so much more equity to them. I mean, look at this fucking... I got this thing fucking notched. It's going to be real hard to get the money in. This is supposed to look like utter garbage to Beatrix. Yeah. It's not much for him to have. Look at this. I bet this flop, checked the turn, and bet the river with Queen 10 and got paid. I mean, I bet small, but that's the point. King's nice. Queen's nice. He fucking gutted it. Can't hit the Queen of Spades either. It's really a 2-outer. Because if he hits the Queen of Spades, I don't pay it. It's so funny. Ugh. Not a lot going on. Yep. Beatrix is compulsive. Two overs and double flush draw. I call. Sorry, bro. I mean, you don't have to do that. I mean, and if you're not going to bet the river, why bet the turn? Like, what's your big fear there? You already know you're bluffing. You set yourself up to not look like a flush draw. If he bets turn and river, I just fold because he's just going to have a king. That's all there is to it. But you're just going to fire once. That don't work anymore. Look at this, full pot. Okay. Social club where you play the boss. Wish there was a place around here. No, he's talking about a club online poker, an online poker club. He could probably give you a referral. I don't really mess with him. I'm gonna bet half pot here, and I am gonna 3-bet this one. Just because I don't know if Dust is just betting ace-7. That 6 is kind of great. I'm gonna check back. Aces! You're a loser, bro. You're a fucking loser. So this sucks. We do have to call. Ace, please. It just sucks because of the, you know, the amount that it's for. Is that his first fucking hand? He's been here fucking 15 minutes. Short stack. You just can never fold to that. I'm gonna go take a leak. Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. Oh, you had Poker Bros before. Yeah, I have a history with Poker Bros. It goes back to 2004, and I don't play there anymore, and I never will. A bad scene. And it was funny because the guy solicited me not too long ago, and he's like, "Well, you know, it's a completely different company, and it's blah blah blah." And I was like, "Dude, no thanks. And you know, I told him, I was like, I knew the guys who started Poker Bros, and you know, out of Florida, and I named all the guys, and he was like, yeah, and I'm like, see, you even know about these guys. I'm like, and they were just pieces of shit, and you know, they really ran a really shit company, and I made a lot of money playing there, but it was super shady and awful people. But the guy was trying to convince me. He's like, well, you know, they've sold it like 3 times and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, it's completely different people and everything else. I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I'm not into it. And, you know, thanks anyway, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy, like, came back and he's like, what about this one? And I look, and it's a skin of the same thing. It's just like Poker Bros by a different name. And I'm just like, no. And the guy kept harassing me to the point where I had to block him on Instagram and Facebook. But it's just like, anytime somebody wants you to play there that badly, and it's not like he was like a fan of the stream or whatever like that. He was just trying to get this affiliate thing going. But their affiliate programs are basically like multi-level marketing schemes, like pyramid schemes. And it's kind of really shitty. I feel like if you can't sign up for a poker site without somebody vouching for you, might not be the safest. But I don't know. That's just me. I am not the authority. Sitting at 23.22. I think the highest we had it was 23.60 today. So, just not hitting any hands yet. But we'll get there. A lot of limping going on here. Limping and calling. So, I'm more apt to 3-bet, but, like, this short stack garbage is just, you know, exactly what it sounds like. I do think we want to take one off. I know I'm beat at this point, but hitting a second pair, we bust this guy, and he doesn't have the ability to fold if we do. Nine can be good sometimes here. Yeah, he's getting it in. Okay, Spec. We might just have to get this in versus you, buddy. Not the queen. I swear to God, if he has ace king, I'm gonna puke. King queen and he calls is a good call. I should just have like 10 jack or queen 10, right? Pocket jacks. Nice. Club GG WPAS is an app. You have to join a private club. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Club GG. That's a safe one. Spec is really upset today. I don't know what he thought was going to happen here.
Oh, Jesus. I have my food on the nightstand to watch the boys, but it's up high.
Hmm. Joe J, Leave it alone. We got the aces. I play micro low on ACR, EG, and global. Oh, okay. So this is kind of scary, but I think we have to go for it. Sometimes he just has like pocket nines or something. Like you're ever folding. I love these guys who sit there and think about it. You don't have the capacity to fold ace queen there. The funny part is, my bet there is in line with what these players think a flush or trips would be. If I actually had a full house or a flush, I would have overbet the tits out of it to get paid off. I just love that they sit there thinking about it. You don't have the capacity to fold a gut shot. Like the fact that he called for the gut shot on this fucking turn is ridiculous. Like, that's a guy who doesn't put you on a range. He puts you on one hand, and that hand always fits a narrative where he's going to win. It's just absolutely the worst kind of player. It's literally the one card that can come off where he can call. And he still shouldn't. But if you're going to call with the ace-queen and then hit your best possible card, you should never fucking fold. Ever, ever, ever. You'll win sometimes, yeah. Like, why play this hand? Like, you didn't even raise. Why fucking play this hand? I could have check raised that on the turn or river. I still think we're going to see enough bets. Ooh, baby. See, now it's weird because now he opens differently because of his position. Anytime you change your bet based on your hand or your position, you're just doing something wrong. You should just always be betting the same. Pre-flop. Your opens, I mean. Should typically be pot. So we got another 50 NL over here. I'm going to keep it off to the side. I know that seems kind of weird, but I kind of like my setup as it is. So if anything interesting happens, I'll bring it onto the main. Guy never bets twice. Not that I think he has a flush, but I just don't think he's going to fold unless I just power bomb the river. I don't play tourneys, but they just revamped schedules, so it's good right now. Yeah, I know that GG has great tourneys. I've never gotten to play there because I'm fucking in Nevada. I can't play. But they have great tournaments, and Ignition used to have really good ones too. Good sit and go action on Ignition. I mean, this is years ago when I played on there, but I used to play a ton of sit and goes. Again, I love the pause. What are you pausing for? You have top pair. Just fucking snap call. Like, the extra 5 seconds. These are players who do not think about this shit. You're checking top pair to trap me, and then I'm betting into you controlling the size of the pot, and you don't even have the ability to raise. It's fucking hilarious. We're playing 6 max. How do you not raise that river? What's going to pay you? I don't know. Second pair? I mean, granted, the answer is a worse player, but you can't play that hand much worse than he just did. I'm going to 3-bet this. I haven't done this yet. 3-bet the button. Just so much equity. You win. Fucking run into him on the one time he has fucking aces. So this is a limped pot. This player doesn't raise pre-flop with good hands. At least that's what my notes say. So, I'm just going to give up. The one I'm on is from a YouTuber, so it's pretty legit. I've cashed out all my money. It's all profit now. I figure a 3 buy-in 50 NL shot is better than a 100 NL shot. Oh, 100%. But, I mean, you've got that money. You know, you don't have to... Like, when people talk about taking a shot, it's because you've built to a certain level, right? So if you're playing 10 NL, and you're building and building and building, right? And you get to, like, 300... Then I would take the 2 buy-in shot at 50 NL, and, well, personally, because I don't have another source of income, I would probably wait till 500 and then take a 3 buy-in shot at 50 NL. But if you just want to play bigger and you have another source of income, fucking go off, man. Just fucking go for it. But, like, taking a shot usually doesn't mean with everything you got, you know? Like, if you're absolutely never going to reload that account, I wouldn't advise a 3 buy-in shot at 50 NL with 150 bucks. Like, because you're winning, right? Just build up to, like, 400, then take a 2 buy-in shot at 50, you know? Tired. Still definitely a little fatigued. I'm gonna 4-bet spec. I haven't done this yet. Yep. We're gonna start doing that more. Because I feel like he's 3-betting from the blinds way too much. This was a limped pot, by the way. It should just be an overpair. Wow, kings? Yeah. 2-pair are set, and he rivered it. Yeah, set. Flop set. To be fair, most of the money went in the river. Got away from top pair for free. Flop to set. Well, we're going to check the turn when we make the full house and the flush comes off. I'm going to overbet the river. Huh. Keep limping. Ooh. I'm not folding to a raise. He's going to have ace-10 a ton here. I like the way I played that turn. It's usually where the fish spits the hook. Yeah, king-queen. That was delicate. That was delicate to be able to get that much. I mean, a small part of my bankroll that I didn't have a few days ago, I would probably stop if I lose down to where I started. But if it goes well, it would change things. Yeah, no, I agree. No, dude, here's the thing. I think you're too conservative. We've had conversations. I think you're too conservative. You know what I'm saying? You're not trying to live off this money, and you've built up a great, amount, and you've obviously shown that you can beat the stakes you're at. I'm just saying, as a general rule, But no, I think it's fine to go ahead and take the shot, and like you say, just don't lose past where you're comfortable. Like if it's going to cause you heartache, if you can handle losing, $100, but 120 would really make you feel like a fucking loser, then just know that beforehand going in. Ooh. I mean, this table's done. Table's done. Maybe we can get on this one. That's not bad. That's not good though. You know what? Let's bring the 50 and L in. That's bigger anyway, right? We can play that. Ooh, checked it and made a pair. So we'll go big. Make these a little smaller. No, thank you. So move these up a little. Wow. Wow. That is bad. That is hella bad. I mean, that was just... It was a 2/3 pot bet. I mean, he basically decided if you have aces, that's it. But the guy had fucking pocket tens. That's hilarious. This is kind of rough, but I had to do it. Woofa! 3 barrel. I have no idea what I was barreling against. Maybe another flush draw? But he should have a straight draw there a lot that got there on the river, but we have to just keep pounding. This looks like a good table. And I think I want to replace this one. This 20-0. Check, 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 check. Keep checking.
Can I open those since it's so gloomy?
Huh?
Can I open those?
It's gonna cause a glare, babe.
Can we double check? Please.
Yeah, it's a glare. It's give me a headache, baby.
Even if I do it down?
Yeah, that's worse. That's why I do it up. Sorry, hon.
That's okay. Should you move?
I meant to bet more on that flop. It's kind of rough, but we can bet bigger now. We lose a lot of... Look at this deuce on the fucking river. I guess we just check. King, queen? Wow, I guess I got the max. That's fucking crazy. The guy's name is Remy LeBeau. That's hilarious. For those of you who don't know, that's Gambit's real name from the X-Men. Remy LeBeau. And you, sir, are no Gambit.
Go on. Mommy's gonna eat.
Yeah, that's why I'm here. Oh, fucking ace. Why?
Ooh.
Third 10 is nice. It's hard to get called unless somebody has like jacks here. That's kind of ultra super mega rare, so. I'll let 10 and L's go. Oh, okay, I see. Check, check, check. That's not bad. Because we're going to get off one of these eventually. So stupid. I don't think we're going to see much raising if we just call behind, especially from like Drew. So I think we're better off just playing the hand straight. Because we want like forever to take the initiative here. We raise jams with ace king on this flop versus a guy who put in 80% of his stack. Oh, it's so funny. I am gonna 3-bet just so Drew doesn't take the move away.
Darn it, I wish I had some overcovered pretzels. I thought I still had one more bag left.
There wasn't another bag out there?
I thought there was, and I went to go get it last night. And it was gone. And then I vaguely remembered grabbing it.
It's not in the drawer, is it?
No, I checked. I cleaned out the drawer. Look, the drawer's so empty.
Yeah, it's so empty. The drawer's never so empty.
In comparison to how it's been for the past like 3-4 days.
You're right. It has less chocolate covered pretzels significantly. You're right.
Yogurt covered. I do not like chocolate covered pretzels.
I like the dark chocolate ones.
Even more yucky. Give me that creamy white yogurt goodness.
Sounds so racist when you say it.
Oh, really? I thought it sounded very sexual.
No. Just racist.
Ooh, I am high. I need to. If I don't eat, I'm gonna feel sick. So this is when I go get the veggies and the ranch. So I just need to munch.
There you go.
Might get some potato chips to go with it.
It's a far cry from ranch and vegetables.
To go with the ranch and vegetable?
Why do things... The ranch goes with the vegetables. Why do things... Oh, yeah, I'm definitely tired. And I haven't eaten much today. Still sick. I mean, I'm definitely not, COVID-y. Tested negative this morning, but I'm definitely still sick. That's weird.
Whoa. Did you cheat?
What's
Really?
the problem? It's mine. I want it.
Let's go 2
It's got mommy's headscarf.
Go on.
It's mine.
Give me this.
No,
and
I
go.
want it. Get yourself some Powerball tickets. It's over $1 billion. Who gives a fuck? Yeah, like it wouldn't be worth winning at $1 million, right? Who wants to play for that shit?
How did you even... Where was my scarf?
I don't know. Give me it back. So we got 3-bet by NBC here. We definitely don't fold. Oh, that jack ball. I mean, as long as he doesn't have queens, right? That was easy. I mean, I got lucky, but I'm not supposed to fold on the flop. And if I call that flop that quickly, he should just be checking the turn, honestly. He shouldn't want to get all the money in that easily. Because, I mean, what am I calling with that I'm going to call with on the turn that he can beat? Like, he could bet half pot here, and if I put him in, he can think about it. But just jamming the pot, you're only going to get called by something that beats you. I'm not going to call here with ace-queen. And the flop wouldn't have happened this way with ace-queen. Like, even on this flop, he bet half pot. Like, you could have bet 2/3 here and made me think about it. But that's one where the 3-bet hurt him. But obviously I got lucky. But that's one where you really aren't going to get called by much that you beat. Because deuces, sixes, queens, aces, they're all going to get played the same way. And then the turn comes off, and obviously jacks are played that way. That's nice. They walked the last one to me. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kill it. I'll tell you guys where I'm at. I'm just too tired. I'm starting to lose focus. And I don't think I'm making any big mistakes yet, but I don't want to wait around till I do. 23.52, so picked up, what is that, like $33 or something like that? No big deal, but no real big hands. I mean, just kind of steals and kind of whatever. This is kind of the minimum wage of the way I play, so 2 hours, $33, whatever. Meh. I'll be back later for another session. I'm going to pass you guys off to a host.